A lot of you ask about how we shower, so we have a gym membership that is open 24/7, so it makes it really easy for us to get a workout in, then shower before bed. Once we finish, we headed to a park that we're going to stay at tonight and get some rest. That's a typical day of what it's like to live in our car. Are we homeless, or are we living rent-free? You tell me. Many people disagree, but a lot of people have supported or even commended our decision to do what's necessary to reach our goal. Many people have said we're poor, but in many ways we're rich. We're avoiding the anchor of building an apartment, and we have so much more freedom now. I consider myself incredibly rich to just have a loving wife who's willing to go through this with me.
Oh, thank God they have a 24/7 gym membership, right? Eh, This is a reason for a pause, wouldn't you say? Your marriage bathroom is now a life fitness locker room. Nothing says sexy newlywed life like waiting in line to rinse off beside a sweaty stranger named Bert or Bertina, right? And then crawling into your car in a parking lot to get some sleep. Wow. Marriage or in marriages where some sacrifices have to be made, but I'm not sure this is one of them. Is it? Do you also think along the same line that I'm thinking? Maybe you're currently struggling because it seems like your marriage is in this holding pattern and you as a wife is getting tired of it. But you want to be that loving and supporting wife, but you're wondering how much longer? Dear Lord, how much longer? I get it, right? Entrepreneurs take risks, but a godly husband is still called to provide. Your husband, dear wife, provides you with these three, I call them the three S's of every marriage. Every wife needs safety, stability, and security. Would you agree with that? Right? And honestly, it's hard to have a social life or attend small group when you're ducking behind your dashboard to avoid awkward conversations, awkward questions, awkward comments, right? Question like, so how was your night? Oh, okay. So where are you guys living now? Right? You meet that person who you have not seen for quite some time. So where are you guys living now? Or hey, maybe we should come over sometime. Let's plan it. Can you imagine how awkward moments like that would be? So it's just better to stay off the grid so these moments don't occur. Then the question was asked by, as you heard, the husband. He's asked the question, are we homeless or just living rent free? Hey, dear husband, if you have to ask, you already know. Being frugal, it's fantasy with a filter. Or it could be other things as well, right? Here's what happens. Wives of visionary husbands can get caught in this type of just trust me lifestyle and start feeling emotionally, physically, and spiritually exposed. I've heard the stories so many wives that basically start feeling this way in their own relationship. And one of the reasons why I took the time to write this book, my most recent book called The Joyful Wife, is because I've heard so many times a wife would say, Kingsley, what about the husband? Yeah, the husband also sometimes, because the wife is the one I see more often than not. She will show up when he doesn't. And so I wrote this book about the joyful wife, 7 connection skills to better understand your husband, rekindle love, and deepen intimacy. Because why? I find that sometimes you are the one, dear wife, who's left having to navigate this because your husband is so visionary. Sometimes he even is oblivious of what it is you're going through. He's doing his thing and trying to work hard. And I'm not knocking him because I'm one like him. So I'm not knocking him. But sometimes he's so deep in his work, head down and working hard away, he doesn't even recognize what it is you're going through. So for the most part, you're feeling emotionally and physically and spiritually exposed. Some even begin to hide from social circles out of embarrassment or fear of judgment or fear of having to make up stories because they just can't be honest with what's happening in their marriage. So avoidance becomes their survival strategy. Is that what you're experiencing even right now? Who wants to deal with that day in and day out? So, dear wife, if your marriage feels unstable, even if your husband is a visionary entrepreneur, if you feel like you're doing it all and wondering if this is as good as it gets, and praying internally, dear Lord, when? Maybe your heart is failed. Maybe you're overwhelmed and you have not been self-caring, as I indicated earlier, that there is a path to self-care. And I want to say to you, if you're experiencing any of those things, I want you to join my upcoming webinar, How to Reconnect with Your Husband Without Feeling Like You're the Only One Trying. And when you join, I'm gonna give you the link in a few moments. When you join, I want to send you my a booklet called Reconnect, a quick guide for wives who feel like they're doing it all. So if you go to buildyourhappiermarriage.com/waitlist, buildyourhappiermarriage.com/waitlist, you can get this booklet and get on the list, and I can be able to inform you the next webinar so you can be actually show up for that. Now may God bless you and keep you and make his face shine upon you and be gracious to you. And I'll see you on the next video.